Many people don't struggle because they lack effort. They struggle because they're watching themselves too closely, monitoring every step, checking every result, evaluating every day. At first, this feels responsible. It feels like awareness, like commitment, like staying in control. But over time, constant monitoring changes how progress feels. It turns movement into performance, and performance is exhausting. Watching yourself feels productive. It creates feedback. It creates a sense of direction. It reassures you that nothing is slipping. So when progress slows, the instinct is to monitor more, track harder, review more often, judge more precisely. But awareness without distance becomes pressure, and pressure alters behavior. There's a subtle shift that happens. Instead of acting naturally, you begin adjusting yourself constantly. You interrupt momentum to evaluate it. You break rhythm to measure it. Progress becomes fragmented, not because effort disappeared, but because flow was interrupted too often. This is where many people stall without realizing why. Every time you check progress, you ask the mind to justify itself. Am I doing enough? Is this working? Should I change something? Those questions create hesitation. Hesitation slows movement, and slow movement invites more checking. The cycle feeds itself quietly. Progress needs room to operate, room to repeat without commentary, room to continue without evaluation, room to exist without constant judgment. Most systems fail not because they're wrong, but because they're observed too often. Nothing grows well under a microscope. If you've been monitoring yourself constantly, that doesn't mean you're obsessive. It usually means you care. But care doesn't require constant attention. Sometimes care looks like stepping back and allowing processes to unfold. Trust is part of progress, not blind trust, but informed distance. When monitoring decreases, something surprising happens. Effort feels lighter. Consistency improves. Momentum returns, not because you stopped caring, but because you stopped interfering. Progress becomes something you participate in, not something you supervise. Pause for a moment. Think about how often you check progress. Daily, hourly, sometimes mid-task. Ask yourself whether that checking is helping movement or interrupting it. You don't need to answer right away. Just notice. Instead of asking, "Is this working yet?" try asking something quieter. Can I let this run a little longer? Often, progress doesn't need correction. It needs continuity. Progress improves when attention softens. When you stop watching every step, movement becomes smoother, not perfect, not fast, but steady, and steady progress doesn't need supervision. It just needs space.